Welcome back to Central News. Taking people back to the past weekend of jazz, international German jazz artist Klaus Doldinger is in New Zealand with his band Passport for the National Jazz Festival for the first time. Janine Forlong caught up with him over the weekend to find out how the music legend came to his success.
Saxophonist Klaus Doldinger is German jazz royalty and regarded as one of the most successful jazz musicians.
You know, to get along with the records and all that takes time. And myself, I had the privilege also to write music for films, international films. So like The Never Ending Story, Das Boot, or Salt Under Our Skin, or Me and Him, and many projects I have done, you know. And that helps, of course. It's not very typical for a jazz musician to do that, but for me it was, you know, it was giving me so much more besides the actual music, you know, to write for theater and films and all that, to keep my mind going to other directions, you know, also, which made me write different music also once in a while. Well, my origins were traditional jazz, believe it or not, but I came from Dixieland, you know, and I like Dixieland still nowadays, you know. When I did just for fun with my wife, we did jazz cruise, so and there were traditional musicians, and so I enjoyed very much to play some of the old material from New Orleans, coming like Basin Street Blues or After You've Gone, or the Indiana, Sweet Georgia Brown, others. Well, are beautiful tunes, you know, and I still feel a little bit, into this scene also, and that made me also, besides bebop, I had a certain time where I played bebop and more abstract things, but that made me trying to find a concept of music you could maybe even dance to, you know, rhythmical wise, to have more strong rhythm, accent in the music, and soul-like blues feeling, you know, but together with our German origins, because when I was a kid, I studied classical piano, and I'm still playing nowadays piano once in a while, you know, playing Bach and Handel and all that, you know, which is a great fun for me and keep the fingers moving, you know. So altogether, I have a strong combination of different influences. Like in the early years already, I did tours to North Africa, Far East, Middle East, South America. I was very lucky to get into this bossa nova thing right when it was up, you know, in the early 60s, you know, or play with the Moroccan musicians. And even for instance, in 2006, we did an album, Passport to Morocco, where we played with some guys from Marrakesh, you know. Fantastic. And I like to play this also. And the combination of Arabic, Jewish, South American, African, German, all together, a worldwide thing, which really I believe in, you know, which will be the future also, you know, an all-togetherness of human beings on this planet.
Klaus has written over 2,000 compositions and he's won numerous awards over the years.
It's for me, it's only a challenge to, you know, keep on going, play good music, try the best, make new albums, new projects, and so I don't think about the awards just laying back, but just go ahead, you know, and try the best, and what people also expect, you know, when you're being on the bandstand, on stage, you know, being on stage to me means it's an hour of truth where you have to show that you are worth having an award, you know. So I try to just to play as good as I can, you know, and this is really a challenge. First of all, when I started writing music, it was just not to repeat the cover versions of 100 other artists, you know. I told myself, if I want to give a certain personal expression into my music, I have to write my own tunes also, you know. That's why I started. And then later on, I was asked to write for certain projects. It started with advertisement, you know, for kind of films.
Klaus Doldinger was made an honorary citizen of New Orleans.
You know, from my point of view, it was just a very positive gesture of the people who invited us to go there. It was 1960, you know, so long ago. And in those days, I played with my traditional jazz band, the Feet Warmers, at my quart. I had a trio in those days, with just bass, drums, tenor saxophone, and we were invited to play New York, Chicago, Atlanta, and New Orleans. But all that was sponsored by a bottling company from Atlanta. So I guess they made them tell. They told them there's some guys coming from Germany and you may do something nice for them, you know. That was maybe the reason. I don't know. So maybe the reason was, okay, this guy plays in New Orleans style and okay. Anyway, it's a great honor, of course, a great experience to be there already in 1960, you know.
Klaus is best known to New Zealanders as the composer of the music for the movie The Never Ending Story.
AC/DC opened for Klaus on his first tour to Australia many moons ago. He is now a legend of legends. After the break, Kent Curry talks rugby. Then we have more from the Jazz Festival.